Its value looks nice actually, from like a front angle, perhaps from a top-down perspective as well.
I feel like this is just a better draft for Wildcard. Okay.
Oh, just one, huh?
Rudy is just not getting the memo. I think he didn't buy the full pack.
Maybe he did it, right? He's just trying to avoid it. That's why he uses his Enigma voice lines
he's
immediately.
pretending like
he's
he doesn't know
sorry
what's
guys,
happening.
it's on cooldown for 2 minutes. My bad.
No.
I'll get it on the next one, guys. I'll get it on the next one.
Yeah, I do feel like TSM FTX. I don't know. I'm not super sold on their draft. I feel like Void can still be really powerful. Like if you play the SNY, jumpy Void with a shard, it still feels good.
Like unkillable Void, right?
Yeah,
too many stats, too much status resist.
Yeah. You go for a lot of HP and you just make sure that they can't kill you with again the shard, right, and the cooldown reduction. I think it's good, but I don't think the Chrono Void has too much use here. Like I still imagine maybe Mask of Madness early just to get some kills, but I think it's Maelstrom, SNY, like Scotty, that kind of build is better here. I feel like you're kind of liking damage, honestly. I guess Dawnbreaker brings a lot of damage. I really hope Ryle goes for Desolator this game.
I think he's going to end up going, if not Deso, certainly an AC for him is not
No, it has to be
question.
Deso. Has to be Deso.
You
I think AC is not half as worth as Deso on this hero. You want to beat the Nyx. That's why I also think mid Dawnbreaker is probably the best against Nyx Assassin, because you're actually like leading the charge and you can farm enough to get like Desolator.
Right.
And Deso just tears right through the Nyx.
Right, but that's not a concern in this game, right? Because you have the Nyx.
But in this case, you have Zeus and Bane instead, right? So replace Nyx for Zeus and Bane. You literally just shard Deso and you kill any of these heroes. It's very, very strong. It's also strong against Timbersaw for obvious reasons, right? So
I still like the shard. Agree on that point.
yeah, I just think you need the damage on Deso. There's no chance. AC doesn't even have half the damage. Because Dawnbreaker, you gotta have items that synergize with your Starbreaker, right? And AC doesn't really, just gives you attack speed. Thank you, Timbersaw.
Thank you, Timber. I wonder how Rudy, if he decides to put like a second point, or maybe some points into Flame Break here eventually. As you can see, Bryla is just, I guess, trying to nuke the wave, and then he's going to get out of dodge. Did he come with a wand? No, just a stick. Eventually into a wand, though, rather quickly. Was it a deny in the range creep? I think it was, right?
So, well, I want to see how this lane goes, honestly, for them. I feel like top, though, at least will be very TSM FTX favored.
Yeah, especially Saberlight has gone for Nether Toxin at level 1 here as well, actually. But not for the poison attack versus the Luna and Bane lane. Looking to force Luna to, I guess, CS under tower?
Yeah, Nether Toxin usually, I mean, it's good in the mid lane more so, because obviously it gives you the full level, right? But with Nyx Assassin sapping your experience, I can't imagine it being that strong. Maybe he doesn't think he can get too many stacks of poison attack up. That's why he's just going for Nether Toxin instead. But it is a rather uncommon build these days on Offline Viper. That's it, I'll trust Saberlight. He must have something in mind with it. Maybe they're thinking of utilizing the Impale more effective with Nether Toxin. It will eventually deal more damage than poison attack. Maybe he thinks he doesn't want to use too much mana early. What items did he go for, actually? On Saberlight. Did he go for any mana items? A couple of mangoes. Yeah, not too much. No Sage Mask, what you sometimes see on Viper.
You can tell Simon Boy used to be a core player because Moonmeander did the tiniest of outplays there, made a very efficient use of the salve by running up the hill, and Simon Boy pings the cliff, and he's like, this is warded 100%. There's no other way.
As Simon Boy, I think he still has a chance to win this. I don't know if Moon is aware of the Nightmare. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I think this should be a kill. First blood. We're going to see it in a second now. Moon, oh, he hit the Fairy Fire the whole time. Support Boy, get debated. We still have an Impale. Just got to hit it. There you go. Under that. Oh, Mango.
Support fight.
Support fights going the way of the cheesy Bane, and nobody dies. Like any support fight, truly the only people that lost were the viewers.
Yeah, that's very true.
Well played.
Well played. Leaving a well played. Sammy would be very careful not to type out the first half of that, but a nice little support fight. He enjoyed that. Yeah. He enjoyed that. I think some fun. I think Moon enjoyed that a little bit, especially because he gets to stay in lane and might even be able to get a bit aggressive now versus the Luna. They got poison attack level 2. That's the jump that you're looking for, but the Bane is returning into the lane. Moon Meander. Oh, I actually never caught a wind of the Luna. Saberlight will simply just eat themselves out of tower.
Yeah. See, not as much a good lane for the Viper as I expected. But on the bottom lane, Void's doing pretty well against Timbersaw. That's to be expected. The lane early until Chakram comes out is pretty good for Void because time dilation, right? So Timbersaw presents no threat, and Timala knows how to play this matchup. Though I don't think Timbersaw's going to be denied by Void by any means. I guess later, if you... How many points did he go in time dilation? On Timala. Just the one. Okay. I wonder what build you'll go for. Obviously 1-1 first, but then you can max time walk or time lock. Time lock indicates he's definitely looking to go jungle. If you max time walk, maybe you're actually trying to stay in lane a little bit longer. We'll see.
And now I'm eager to see how this mid lane has been playing out so far for Bryle. Now that we check on this, it's 2-1-1 for Rudy. It does have that repositioning spell that might be all important versus the Dawnbreaker. I'm eager to see how now Bryle, if he uses, yeah, okay, so this is what, oh, he uses it even, the active on the Celestial Hammer to just nuke the wave a bit faster.
I think that's probably the best bet, right? You want to stay in this wave as little as possible. And because he has Magic Wand with a bunch of charges, it's not like you're actually going to die anytime soon. Or you shouldn't. You're still very tanky as Dawnbreaker.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And so that makes the Zeus rotation feel a little bit less impactful. It'll be another bottle refill for Rudy, most likely, as he realizes that Dawnbreaker has really no interest in contesting the bounty runes, with the full wand, of course.
Yeah, I like the Windlace choice as well by Brian. I think it's really clever. It's a good way to make sure that battle area is just a little bit less threatening.
Nice job there by Yves, as all he needs to do to interrupt the pull is simply stun and use a little bit of mana on the Lucent Beam to make sure that Moon cannot aggro the wave, making life a little bit easier for him as this ought to push underneath his tower.
I thought the battery was diving, and he was actually, but Bryle just avoided it. Well done. I guess if you position your hammer really well, then it's difficult for battery to completely dive you. Here's what I was talking about between the Enchanters and the Timbersaw. You tend to actually deal a fair amount of damage to Enchanters against Timbersaw in the early, which is why I was surprised by the pick.
Your damage, very nice.
Yeah, but Davai Lama is a big Timbersaw enjoyer, so he can certainly make this lane work. Emulation is actually, I think, a bigger nuisance than a lot of people give it credit for. Like, I think it's better than Fury Size, for example, on lane. Because you can't use the Timber Chain properly, you can't be aggressive when you want to. It kind of limits your game plan completely. Those are wrench in the works, right?
Yep. Big ol' wrench in the big ol' works.
Yes, yes, this. It's important the works are also big.
Otherwise, it's not really impactful. How
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Sammy Boy. Okay, this time he's going to get caught by the Impale. Unfortunately, Sammy Boy this time can't really do the support shenanigans because there's a core here. So he dances himself, giving Saberlight the first blood. Dances himself to death, I meant to say. That's Davai Lama. He is going to be time dilated, and that... See, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't feel like he's as impactful when he does that. Unless...
I was hoping for a bash.
He was.
Okay, bash? Sir?
Sir? Bash? Taking no points in nothing, by the way.
Oh, yeah. 12% I suppose early, but still, there's a couple.
No points in anything. He's reserved. Oh, there's we go. Time out. He's decided he can stay in lane. We did it. Dimado feels like he's safe in lane.
Dubu as well with a nice stomp.
Oh, Rudy?
Nice setup for Rudy from the low ground. Bryle is going to find the hammer smash onto the high ground, and it's actually Matterburn and Moon Meander to get the kill.
Actually, great enchant there. Made sure that the Starbreaker fully hit, right? On point. Saberlight. Saberlight needs some help. Here comes Bryle. The healing. It is sufficient. He activates the Mango to make sure he can hit Sammy Boy. Nice. And they also finish off Alex. Really good rotation by Bryle, who still has a Starbreaker with Eve's name on it. Can he find him, though? That's the question. First, the high five. Has the hammer, dude. He's committing.
Bryle.
He's not afraid. There's an Enchantress rotating. There's the hammer. Eve's trying to get away. Starbreaker not used, though. Dubu instead long-range impetus, but that's not enough either. Thunderclap was not enraged. You wouldn't have been able to get him. He needed one hit. One swipe from the tomato.
No tomato smashing today, but a smashing success from Bryle on that first use of the the Solar Guardian. Completely turns that gank on its heels. And what was really unfortunate for Wildcard Gaming is they actually TP'd Alex there, so he walks back to a lane that's a whole basically minute where, granted it's a Zeus, but still you're position 4, not on the map making plays.
Right now, TSM looking for that symmetry play in the top lane of Tomato and the bottom lane of Timato. And with this, it will encourage Wildcard to make some plays with this Batrider. They need to make sure this Batrider can have a little more impact. His trial boots are not yet there. Rudy with the lasso, he's looking for that initial kill that allows you to go AFK jungle until you get those trial boots, but they're not giving them any openings.
That's Maelstrom first again for Faceless Void. Pretty standard stuff from him. Nothing too out of the ordinary, with Saberlight eventually building into the Dragon Lance. You know, he's got wings. Maybe if he builds a Dragon Lance, he'll actually become a useful flying creature, but for now he is a pickle with wings.
Meander. See Alex here. Okay, no spike carp is used by Meander.
I want back to Sammy Boy, the eternal duel.
The eternal duel, but oh no. Bryle, oh, okay, actually, Meander decides he's the one to kill off Sammy Boy.
Let me at him, Bryle.
Timado will take the kill in the end. That was really interesting. They decided that he deserved it more.
Yeah.
As we now hear that Solar Guardian, hoping to finish Alex, Impale.
Yeah, I mean, that was such a...
hopeful
Nyx
one.
really had to channel the power of...
The sun.
What's the goddess that he likes?
Nyx.
Oh, yeah, because he's Nyx Assassin. That's right.
That's why you keep saying her name.
Uh-huh.
Nyx.
Very true. I think that ward might be scattered here soon by Alex.
In Egyptian mythology, she was the goddess of night.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. I don't think that's what it's referencing, though.
Was Ra the big god of day?
No, he's big. He's god of the sun.
He's big sun god?
No, he's got son of the god.
He's son of the big bright orange guy in the sky.
God of the sun. A Saberlight.
Oh, he's tanky.
Yeah, and also that shotgun wasn't really well utilized. There's the Toxin come into play. Now their Toxin plus Chrono actually gets the kill onto Rudy.
Yeah, Saberlight was the one that Sam E-Boy decided that he needed to Nightmare.
Yeah.
I suppose so.
They're chasing. Alex got chased into his base. No, into his base, man. Yeah. Literally got chased by that Dawnbreaker. I don't know. Interesting play there, right? You like drag them out of the Chakram, which reduced the damage greatly. You're also playing on Chakram level 1, which frankly feels a little bit lackluster. It's good enough to like kick a carry out lane, but not good enough to get early kills too easily. So you have to be a bit more wary of it. Even if you have a lot of pure damage on the Timbersaw, it's not sufficient to finish off a Viper.
No.
We already saw how tanky that he is.
Sneaky move, by the way, from TSM as they identify where Yves is fighting. Will smoke gank to her position.
And it does seem like this Luna will die here, especially with Bryle, who's everywhere.
Yeah.
All at once.
Nothing really they could do there. They can maybe try again for a kill on the Faceless Void, but that's not very likely without another lasso ready to go. Least of all, now without Alex getting up to level 6, he's level 4 on the Zeus, has the Tome of Knowledge coming his way. But still, he's going to be about 30 seconds out from having level 6 still.
Oh, what are they doing? Oh, they're just de-warning. Interesting. Taking over the enemy jungle completely. I like the Maelstrom build on Timado. No need for the Mask of Madness. Maelstrom is that duality that gives you the pushing power and farming, of course, but also that little bit of fighting power. Knowing that you can't just get kills for free on your Chrono, there's no point in playing around it. It does. Usually this build is kind of more aimed towards a Void that's like a traditional carry, more than the just Chrono and win. What build is the Dawnbreaker going for this game? Not yet. Oh, BKB first item. Interesting.
Uh-oh. Heavenly jump.
I do think that BKB first item in general on Dawnbreaker is a little bit slow. I'm much a bigger fan of like Shard Desolator, almost always. But I can see this game, you just nullify the Timbersaw completely, and you're already strong enough without the Desolator damage, so fair enough.
Man, they're giving chase here. They have Saberlight as well, who could look to connect. They know where Rudy is at, but cannot find the stun in time.
Bryle just wants to make sure the enemy team does not have the jungle accessible to them. But unfortunately, if he's solo here, they can just kill him. And that's what Rudy's looking for.
Oh,
okay.
Centaur Conqueror as well, joining the fight. So far, Divine Llama, okay, with the Arcanes and the Soul Ring building into the Kaya and Sun. Just looking to, I guess, amp his spell damage here primarily. And looking to bring the pain a bit more towards TSM. They've been able to basically kind of ignore this Timbersaw after his laning start wasn't too fantastic. And now with Saberlight nearby, he actually does start to be a bit of a nuisance here against the Llama.
Okay, in the mid lane, Bryle. I heard a little bit by the Zeus, then we see the Impale onto the Batrider. Good Chrono once again, but they need a little more damage. It's why the Solar Guardian is here. That Solar Guardian will actually deal a surprising amount of damage, enough to finish off the two heroes stuck in the Chrono. 4K lead still to go in the way of TSM FDX.
Yeah, pretty good actually. The heal and the damage per second pretty close, but that landing damage I think really is what ends up condemning those two. Sorry?
It exacerbates the damage, that landing damage is really what the final nail in the coffin here. Nope. Fiend's Grip for Dubu. Is Sandboy cancel it? Oh, it just was full duration, I guess.
Yeah, must have been.
It's only a kill on Dubu, though. I mean, he's the one that's supposed to tank ganks anyway. But it's a kill nonetheless for Wildcard Gaming. They need these. They still haven't reached their timing, so it's not like they should be winning by any means. Dawnbreaker is still the strongest hero in the game. But as time goes on, hopefully Luna can take that role.
Yep.
Rudy does feel a little bit weak though right now on this Bad Rider, not doing nearly enough.
Luna's
not to his fault though, just the hero.
Trying to farm up as much as he can, but is even still behind the Timbersaw with how difficult the lane ended up kind of being with him, especially with the shenanigans Saber like did at level 1, kind of forcing wave under tower. It's a cheeky little smoke as well from TSM.
Boy. Okay, avoid some damage, but the Nightmare eventually doesn't save him from the fire.
Nope, and at least they checked for the ward, and that Boy running literally directly into a smoking. Moon Meander has somehow ended up on the cliff. It must have been a flame break. I see no other explanation here. Right? Nothing else that keeps him on the cliff.
Yeah, Moon Meander maybe was chilling, you know? Just like Almanix.
Vibing?
He's just vibing.
Oh,
he vaulted
that'll
himself
do it.
on
Okay,
yeah, that makes sense.
There's another explanation.
Like,
Watson.
he was full HP, you know? So it was weird that the flame break would put Sentinel upwards.
Yeah, that's
also
true.
that they would forget about him.
Maybe, you know, it's okay, guys. There's a bug up there.
I never do that. There's a bug up there is the only thing I'm thinking about for the next hour.
You gotta sweep him around the floor, take him ballroom dancing.
They get dizzy and they die, though. The Night bottom, I guess matters a little. Nah, it doesn't really matter. You want to take over the triangle of this tower anyway, so. They do have a chance now of taking over the triangle just because of how strong Dawnbreaker is. Will they succeed at making this move? We'll see. I think Wildcard is still a threat to be reckoned with, especially the Timbersaw. How close is it to level 12? No, Timbersaw. What?
Oh, you said Dawnbreaker.
No. Okay, close. I think the level 2 Chakram is actually the biggest turning point for a Timbersaw in general. It really ups your damage. Rudy, however, gets caught. And the Starbreaker utilized to make sure they kill him.
Yep. Well, looked pretty easy there, even to do the infused range ups. A little bit too late for those to make too big of a difference. And now TSM FTX simply move and take over the enemy jungle as Alex does stop at least, well, Spike Carapace on cooldown there. It's really ones that are having into Moon. And again, 2 out of range for Impale to catch him, especially with the cast point delay, or the cast point increase on Heavenly Jump. Kind of locks you up, you know, it's like when you get tased.
Yeah, it's true. I've never been tased before, though. I bet it's painful.
Yeah, probably.
Have you never been tased before?
Lose control of the muscles. Have I ever been tased before? I feel like that's like a pretty slim crossover. You know, Dota casters have been tased, you know. Might even be 2 circles, I think.
This FTX will take the Roush here. This is going to be the first one. Aegis probably get... Oh, I actually thought it was going to be Bryal, to be honest, so he can play more aggressively. What is this tip for Sammy Boy for?
Oh, well,
he's like, I see you tip, I guess. Okay, he takes a courier.
One courier. Oh,
Nightmare, Sammy Boy.
Oh, come on. You can't stop the support fight, Sammy Boy. Have honor.
He's making space, but unfortunately, it's not good enough.
Needs to have some honor there. The Nightmare onto Moon Meander. They are trying to continue their duel from the laning stage. Instead, TSM will smoke up, already having killed the Smoke Breaker. It's going to allow Moon to maybe get the jump here onto Rudy. Tomato has a chrono, but probably doesn't really want to use it here in this scenario.
I mean, for Rudy's worth, it's not like your chrono early is that much.
I found him.
Oh, that's
Get him,
good.
boys.
Hammer as well. Rudy's been slowed a little bit, but their positioning is not ideal to catch up to him. Firefly will end soon.
Oh, who's this?
There's everyone closing in on him.
Good space
Enchanters
for
even.
Rudy's
Good job,
making.
Rudy. Meander might still be able to catch him. There's a ward even committed. There's the vault. Missed the impale. And Rudy just created a bunch of space here. Timalo might force to use the chrono here, but instead, it's just the Solar Garden to give him some heals. There's a Spike Carapace working wonders as Rudy finishes off.
Oh, it's
sorry, if Bryal finishes off Rudy. Enough mana for that chrono out to Magic Wand, but it took a little bit too long for him to use it, so he decides against it.
Yeah, it was pretty immense damage, though, from the Timbersaw. One little pass, 1,400 damage there is basically all he needed.
I told you, Chakra level 2, man. Makes a huge difference.
That was plenty of damage, but not enough to get through anyone on TSM. And eventually they'll be rewarded for their wild Rudy chase. Sammy Boy immediately back into the triangle. I guess he's here to kill couriers?
I am fascinated by Sammy Boy's game.
I mean, he's not, like, you know, just doesn't... Oh, no, I wasn't clicked on him. He does have a ward. Okay, he was just checking for the right ward spot. Pardon me.
Mid lane. Chasing onto the Zeus. They do miss that Impale, but Spike Carapace will hit. Alex TP's in the middle of this. Vendetta saying, you know what? We don't need stuns.
Yep. 300 pure damage cut right through him. Tier 2 tower taken. And it seems like now TSM, well, they're kind of splitting all over the map. Top or bottom, why not both? Mana goes into the triangle here. It might find himself a Luna, or maybe a Luna will find him. He finds a Luna, drops the Chronosphere. There's not a lot of damage here, though, at the ready. A little vault here into the Impale. The bash is not yet long enough, but gives not slow to tad there by the time dilation's slow. Mask of Madness active, and that's going to be the first life off the Faceless Void.
Okay. That plan didn't really work out for them. Rudy, though, stunned by a Spike Carpus. Now the Impale as well. Need a little more damage here. Comes the Vailama to make sure Moonmeander dies for this, as they just ignore Moonmeander's death. Kill off Rudy instead. Now the Vailama, unfortunately, Nether Toxin not getting any more charges of the reactive armor. He's also going to be decimated. TSM only lose a 4. Not that big a deal, all things considered.
Yep. No, not too big a deal at all. They get a full duration grip in exchange for the Aegis. It's kind of what you get first Aegis for anyway, I'd say. And they will continue to siege for tier 2 towers here, most likely. Use of the Chrono without getting a kill onto the Luna is slightly painful, but it is not going to be the end of the world here, I would say, for Tomato. Not the biggest concern, as he will TP top immediately and begin farming away. Sammy Boy, just always constantly on the edge of being dove, it seems. But his enemies shall ignore him for now. We got Kabold. I just brain sap that man.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Otto, though, is in a bit of a weird position here.
Oh, nice Eclipse, actually. They made him out. BKB forced out the Timano. He couldn't get a time walk off in time. I think also a small misclick as he went actually away from the low ground, though I think he was dead regardless.
Yeah, most likely. I don't think he gets that off.
Missed the Impale. Boy, I'm still not sure what his game plan is, but it's working.
It seems to be working.
It's really annoying to them. Bryle did go for it as a later shard. Thank God, not the BKB build. That's much better. BKB goes now. That's the right choice.
Oh, and Moonmeander finds himself at least a Bat Rider stun. Alex without enough mana here to secure this kill on himself, by himself. Rudy is TPing. Might be looking for a last one to Saberlight. Doesn't have Blink, though. But might be able to catch out to him just using the move speed slows, as he is going to be slowed himself. BKB as well is going to prevent a lot of this damage. Saberlight even looking to turn and fight onto Rudy. Look at his attack speed as well.
Does he kill him? I think so.
Yeah.
Well done, Saberlight.
Very nice.
Yeah. That Nyx Assassin is destroying the Bat Rider, though. Destroying him. Rudy, the Bat Rider got picked into Nyx, right?
I believe so. I don't think it was a first phase Bat Rider.
Yeah, Nyx was like it started the second phase.
I think it was 8th pick Dawnbreaker, if not mistaken, for Bryle, and then they protected it with the Nyx pick after a couple of bans.
And the first 2 picks were what? Zeus and Timber. Yeah, Zeus and Timber. Oh, you're right. Wow.
Oh, you know, when someone asks for a hero.
No, I know, I get it, but you know, you're seeing what's happening, right?
Yeah.
The poor guy just doesn't get a game.
Makes it a bit easier for the next assassin to do things. I will say, though, all this space that Sammy Boy has made has bought enough time now for the Luna to get off her BKB. She's now just barely, but still is the richest hero in the game for now.
Assassin rotating bottom, but Rider seems to be the target. Saberlight nearby. I mean, you just hit the fire once. I guess really the best thing you can do right now is cut lanes and inevitably try to delay the game.
Yeah, seems really difficult though. Wildcard, of course, not super comfortable going into their own triangle. Sorry, their own jungle right now. And definitely not their own triangle, considering, well, there is no tier 2 here to protect it, nor is there one in the mid lane. Outpost as well in control. That is the Dire outpost, I mean, in control for TSM FTX. Wildcard Gaming will smoke out of the base, and they're going to find themselves a Moonmeander. Interesting.
They utilize Moonmeander as a spot for the Dawnbreaker to come in. That doesn't quite work out. He just activates that Eclipse. There's the BKB from Saberlight. Saberlight's going to be leading the charge. That's Chrono. There's not the TP from the Luna. They ignore the Zeus, go for directly for the Luna, and that's going to work to finish off Eves as Vailama gets away with that Timber Chain, but Bryle and Timado and Saberlight all are chasing after him. Boy doing his usual play of please go for me, distracting, but Vailama didn't really get the memo. Vailama is a little bit close by, and luckily he's capable of outrunning them just in time.
Yep. Seems like he'll be able to make it back safely. Unfortunately, Rudy unable to do much there. Chronosphere cuts off any potential reinforcements there on that choke point, and just plenty of damage coming through. Wildcard Gaming, even with the Eclipse active, cannot really get the pick off they're looking for, and now things look pretty scary for this Luna, who just used her first BKB and is immediately eclipsed herself by 3 enemy heroes in terms of net worth. That was a moon pun.
Oh, right. Yeah. Good one. Saberlight.
Wow,
that's
Scotty. Yeah.
I think that's the big turning point now for the Viper. When you go from like kind of scary to full-on carry.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Right? That was not intentional though.
Yeah.
Next assassin is gonna be discovering the smoke. Oh wait, maybe Sam. I don't know what Sandboy's doing this whole game, but I love it. Unfortunately, I don't love his Zeus dying. That was a really easy kill. Dawnbreaker could be a big kill, but he does use BKB just in time. However, 2 BKB piercing ultimates have been committed onto him. Eves. Okay, they just leave Saberlight to die. As Timado activates BKB. I don't think he meant to go back with his time walk.
I'm not sure, yeah.
It didn't seem like it. A TP by Dalai Lama, that's going to be successful. Rudy just creating some space. They get a time lock, get a time lock. No time lock just yet. Time dilation will slow him. There we go. And now he should die.
Yep, 4 stacks of time dilation slow. Rudy is going absolutely nowhere. Can't even cast a single spell. And yeah, it's 3 dead for Wildcard Gaming. They at least get themselves a Dawnbreaker. That's a fairly big pick-off in their favor. Yves this time as well makes it out alive, but that's the second BKB charge used to kind of just TP away. I suppose this time at least he gets a core kill. Careful here, though. Meander looking to close the gap. Couldn't set up for a nice kill here into Dalai Lama.
Yep, walks vision just to make sure that Dalai Lama knows he's there. That BKB, kind of major though for Dalai Lama.
Yeah, that's I think his first use of it this game. Yep. Indeed.
That's going to help a lot against the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think Rudy as well with his first BKB usage there. Unfortunately, of course, with the time dilation, he does not end up being able to escape. Oh, Alex is fighting for his life with these D wards. Saberlight might be caught here, though, to be honest. There is no grip, but there is at least a nightmare to set up. But here comes the rest of TSM FTX, and leading the charge is going to be Bryle. They don't even get the kill yet. Saberlight's still alive, needs to be finished off with another extra Lucent Beam, as Samuboy just dies to the damage of Bryle. Mega kill streak now for him. Tomato jumping forward, does not have a Chrono. Actually has a Chrono, but no mana for it. And in fact, is even forced back by the burst of magic damage. However, that's Bryle picking up another kill into Alex. As Moon Meander's stunned down to the low ground. Yves pops his BKB, so does everyone else in this fight. Now everyone's popping BKB. That leaves only Dubu as a viable target for the Eclipse, which is absolutely doing nothing to him. He heals right through it, and the Chronosphere secures the kill, a triple kill for Bryle. Timado with just beautiful Chronos this game.
Yeah, really good Chronos. Also very interesting fight. Sandboy, there we go. Yeah, leads the charge. Sandboy will at least create some space for that Nightmare, but Bryle wants to punish this. Bryle gets the hammer in. There's a Starbreaker. Fiend Script immediately. Buyback. Sandboy was baiting this the whole time. And Bryle will be lassoed back into his base. This actually deters the push. And he dumbasses him.
What the heck is that?
Wow, Sandboy.
Bryle just hits him with a wow amazing.
XD.
I just, you know, I can't imagine Sammy Boy is serious, of course, when he says that.
I cannot tell.
What was this?
1.2k
gold.
Better than Fnatic? Oh, is that because because half of TSM is descending in for Fnatic and only Saberlight standing in for Entity? That's as the rumor says. Plus.
I don't understand this 1.2k gold.
I think that's how much she got out of that kill. Not possible.
Could have been 900. Close enough. Big old gold swing there.
Maybe it is a reference to something.
I don't know if it's another meme that I'm not up to date on here between the NA servers. And boy, though, resorting to the mental tactics now at this stage of the game, which might be the best hope right now for Wildcard Gaming, seeing as now Radiant TSM FTX that is situated with a BKB, an Aegis, and soon a Lincoln Sphere for Timado, who has been a boulder for this team in this fight, hasn't he? He's been their rock. Steady, on the mark at all times, as there goes Sammy Boy with a nice Nightmare, which does actually damage after a little bit. And boy, we'll see who is calling who what now, as there goes Bryle with a big old Starbreaker crate for the kill.
Yeah, only a 5 though, so you don't really get to tip him as much. It's the inequality of roles here. Estimado is going to lead. I don't think Chrono's worth Alex, though. But it might be worth Davai Lama. Alex might just die to the auto attacks. There we go. Works out for Timado. Time for them to take the tower as well. As bottom lane, they're also going for a kill here onto the path. Rudy in trouble. Finished off by Bryle.
No chance to really get even the BKB off there in that scenario. Divine Lama poised from behind, ready to make the jump in, but it's going to be without a Bat Rider here, at least for the next minute and a half. It's up to Yves to see what he can get done. It is promising son of Timado, but he gets off the Time Walk. Even Time Walks back in for that Chronosphere. And oh, a good Nightmare save from Sammy Boy. Only momentarily, we'll say, but Yves is going to call it as soon as he drops. That is going to be the 2-0 here, and oh, another.
Sammy Boy. GG's, good luck furthers a Saber Light because, of course, Wildcard is still going over the lower bracket, so they still have the same.
GG, same. There we go. It was,
there we go.
I think it was banter.
It was 100% banter. I don't think Sammy Boy would actually do that in an official, you know.